Hi, I'm Vicki Hoff from Handi Quilter. Congratulations on the purchase of your new HQ Amara quilting system. Let's get started. Let's go through the screen and make you familiar with all of those buttons and help you get started quilting. So pull out your manual because there's a lot more explanation on what I'm going to give actually on the screens, but we're going to go through the buttons so that you understand what each button does and then refer to your manual so that it'll give you more information. So let's start with the main screen. Up at the top here you'll see a play and a pause button, and this will indicate whether your machine is running or not. Okay, across the top you'll see a light bulb, tools, settings, and information. And we'll get to those in a minute, but we're going to just kind of stay with the screen. We have an M for manual mode and we have an R for regulated. When it's that dark green, that's the setting that we have. So we're in regulated, we're at 12 stitches per inch, and you can change that with your plus or minus, and you can change it even down to a basting stitch. Across here we have two buttons. Right now we are in the precision mode. If I change it to the cruise mode, you'll see that a number popped down here. You can change that. So your cruise mode is your stitches per minute with your stitch regulation. Now that's kind of hard to understand, but when you press your start button, it will be in regulation, but it will do a slow cruise stitching, and then it kind of, as you start moving the machine, it will go into your regulation and you will have your 12 stitches per inch. You can change that cruise down to a smaller cruise, which the 600 was as high as you can go on that cruise, but you can change it down so the needle moves really slow as you start stitching, and then as you move the machine it starts at the stitch regulation that you have set. Now if I go to the manual mode, so I'm going to go ahead and press the M, you'll see that I am right now in 525 stitches per minute, and you can change that up or down. Over here we have presets, and you can set those presets. So if you want to do micro quilting, you could possibly set one at maybe 800, and if you're doing really fast quilting, you would set one at a higher speed. And so you can preset those for your preferences so that you're comfortable with your machine. This is your on-screen hand wheel, and when you turn that, you always want to turn it in the down position so that it turns the hand wheel in the right position. Okay, over to the left, this is your tie-off button, and you can change your tie-offs according to the thread you're using. The next one is your needle down, needle up position. This is where you would position when you stop stitching, the needle would go in the down position, or if you wanted it to stop in the up position, you just change that. This is your tension, easy set tension button, and you can adjust that as you turn your tension dial. That number will change. The higher the number, the tighter the tension. The lower the number, the looser the tension. This button is your low bobbin estimator. This is your horizontal channel lock, and this is your vertical channel lock. Now let's go to the lights. You have two positions for lights, the throat and the ring light. Let's go ahead and go to tools. In your tools, we have a countdown timer. Count down and the alarm will go off. This is your stitch count. You can reset that for each quilt. And this is your stitching time. So as you press your button and start stitching, this will start counting up. We have a calculator. This is where you do updates on your machine or on your display. This is where you reset your easy set tension. And this is for diagnostics with the technical solutions people. Let's go to settings. Let's start over here. Here's your low bobbin estimator settings. This is your programmable buttons. Your laser to the needle. You can turn that on or turn it off. These are your alarms. Your low bobbin estimator alarm, your thread break alarm, and your overspeed alarm. This is your tie-offs, and you can set those from 2 to 10. And this is your language. You can change it into 4 different languages. Now let's go to the information button. This gives you all the information about your machine as far as the version, the stitch count. Let's go to this button. This gives you references for using the needles and the different threads that work with those needles. This is your threading path. So it's broken up into 3 different paths. So you just press each one of those and you'll see how to thread your machine. And then go back to your information. We have many more videos on each feature of the machine. So watch those so you understand how to use your machine, and happy quilting.